What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I hope you like this video. This is your review for the Love and Marriage Detroit Season 1 episode. What's the episode? Oh, shoot. Child, I had the right episode in the description because I don't remember. I'm sorry. So, it's not coming up. Okay, episode 5. Sorry about that. So, we still at the daggone skating rink, and Kobe has gone outside. Russell gone outside. Russell's mad, and you know he's trying his best not to like really say nothing more to Brandon and let the situation continue to escalate. Kobe's so mad she crying. You know how when people get mad they cry? She is just crying. She is so upset. Tanya is inside trying to figure out what the hell is going on. She like, how did we get here? How? She was like, I'm just tired of the drama. I feel like it's always some drama. I feel like it's always some ish with y'all. And I'm just not, that's just not what I signed up for, right? And Tanya ended up going outside. Tanya and Anthony did end up going outside to check on Kobe and everything. But ultimately, Tanya was like, LaToya. But basically, she was just like, if that's your friend, why you not going to check on her? Like, okay, y'all had a disagreement, y'all had an argument, but why are you not going out there to check on her? So anyway, that's how that ended. So next we see Christina in a scene with her friend Chelsea. And she's kind of giving Chelsea the rundown. She's trying to kind of giving Chelsea what happened and explaining her side of the story about what happened. And what I'm gonna be honest with you, I honestly feel like the problem is whoever this influencer was in the middle. Now, I know that Christina went live on her YouTube, her Instagram to explain her point of view and explain what was said. But it just sounds like she already had a deal with this woman. Kobe was trying to get on with this woman, reached out to her and said, let's do a collab. Now, I feel like Kobe was like, Christina was like, well, I was confused because I already have a deal with her, so I don't understand what the conversation was. But then that's all the more reason why you pick up the phone and you call her. If that's your friend, get some clarity. Like, I just didn't understand why it had to blow up into all of this, honestly. I just feel like if you had just picked up the phone and called that woman and so that y'all could talk, I feel like y'all could have resolved this situation. But child, neither here nor there. So then we have the guys are meeting up, right? You have Brandon, Anthony, Russell show up, and it's a group of other people. They're at Anthony's meeting about his men's empowerment movement. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and call a thing a thing. This is some ish that Anthony made up for his storyline for the show because nobody knows what's going on. You literally have a bunch of men show up. Anthony jumps into talking about a march. Don't nobody know nothing about no march, Anthony. Now, this may have been edited, and maybe Anthony did get some background, but everybody just seemed to be a little confused about what's going on. You having a march for what? What is the march for? Who are you inviting? And then he gonna put Brandon and Russell on the agenda like they gonna speak at the march. Speak about what? You gonna have Russell do the opening prayer, which would be appropriate, and that's fine. We know that he runs a youth empowerment group for the youth, whatever. So I can see him being on the marquee. But what Brandon gonna talk about? Brandon shows up in a shirt with his wife all over the face. First of all, I thought that was Aaliyah at first. I didn't even realize that was Christina. But it's one of them shirts that just got like a bunch of pictures, and it's the same picture like in different. Who told you wear that shirt, Brandon? First of all, who bought you that shirt? Christina, right? Christina told you wear that shirt? Okay. You had a whole business meeting. Everybody else got on suits or polos with some nice slacks. You showed up in some cut-up jean shorts and a shirt with your wife's picture all over it. Sir, I felt like I heard one of these kids is doing his own thing. One of these kids is not this. What with that man bun on your head? So after Anthony gets finished going through this little fake bullshit men's movement situation, the guys stay back. So Russell, Brandon, and Anthony and Bravo, because Bravo's did too, child. They stay back, and Russell was like, "Yeah, man, we need to talk." And he giving him the eye, the whole meeting or whatever. Now, here's where I get a little confused. I'm all for understanding that Brandon was being a little messy. He was being a little messy. But what I don't understand is why this went so far. Like, Russell was like, man, I just want to let you know that if I wasn't saved, I would have broke every bone in your body. Because that man called your wife a copycat? Now, again, I appreciate the fact that Russell is defending his woman, and I even appreciate the fact that Russell was like, you was doing too much. I agree. But does the punishment fit the crime? Now, he said if I wasn't saved. So, he wasn't saying he was going to do nothing to him. So then Russell goes on to say, listen, you've broken my trust. And, at this point, I just need to take some time away from you. And I don't want y'all coming to the birthday party that I'm planning for Kobe. I said, well, damn. Russell ain't playing with these people. I said, Russell really mean this. Okay, then. Well, I said, I was a little shocked. Russell was shocked too. I mean, Brandon was shocked too, because Brandon was like, well, damn, really? Is it that serious? Now, Anthony is trying to have a kumbaya. He trying to bring everybody back together. But after Russell threw down his gauntlet, it wasn't really a whole lot left to say. Poor Bravo was over there like, what the hell did I miss? Like, I don't understand. How did we get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. How we get here? Why we mad? Why we mad at each other? Like, what's going on here? Like, Bravo was so confused. Now, Christina gonna say in her confessional, I don't care about being uninvited. I wasn't going anyway. Girl, yes you were. Stop playing. See, I hate when people do that. Stop doing that. You were going. You absolutely were going to this party. You were absolutely going to the party. One, you were going to the party because Kobe is your girl. And up until this little disagreement, y'all was cool. So you would have went at her damn party. Second of all, you was going to be at the party because they was filming for the show. And your ass would have been there to film for the show. So that's neither here nor there. Child, you was going to that damn party. But anyway, so Brandon, we found out that it's the anniversary of his father's death. So we see him and Christina sort of having a moment where they're reminiscing and Brandon is sort of processing. We found out that Brandon really had a hard life with his father, his relationship with his parents. It wasn't easy. Excuse me. So then they get to talking about what happened with Russell, and Brandon lets him know. He's like, yeah, he threatened to break every bone in my body. That's not what he said. He said if he wasn't saved, he would have done it. He ain't threatened to do it, but he just said if I wasn't saved, then I would have done it. Christina was like, she just don't understand, like, why is everybody making such a big deal about this? Like, she's the one that feels like, she was sort of done wrong because nobody's listening to her. Nobody's listening to her side of the story. Everybody's just sort of running. And so she feels some kind of way about it, which I can understand. Because like I said, I really think this thing has been blown out of proportion. Like, I really do. But anyway, so then we see Brandon meeting up with Anthony and Bravo. And they're meeting about the showcase. Well, we find out that Anthony and Bravo then already had meetings about the showcase without even talking to Brandon, and it's his showcase. They just set up the DJ, they got the venue, they already doing things, and they basically was like, we just need you to handle the talent. And Brandon was like, wait a minute, like, why are we having meetings without me? Like, when did this happen, and why did this happen? And I'm feeling some kind of way because I don't understand why I'm not in the loop of this. Like, this is my showcase. Like, I do this. This is what I do. So what's the issue? Like, why wasn't I looped in? And Anthony was like, well, I'm going to be honest with you. We kind of already got this covered. We kind of, it's still a group thing. But, I'm just trying to figure it all out. So then Brandon was like, well, what's the cut on this? Like, how the money breaking down? And Anthony was like, oh, well, I really wasn't looking at this as like a money making opportunity. Like, I ain't really thought about it. Like, this is just something I was trying to do for the culture. Well, did you have that conversation with your partners? Because they might not want to do it for the culture. Brandon might not want to do this for the culture. Did you talk to Brandon about that? That this is for the culture? Because I feel like Brandon might not want to do this for the culture. Okay? Um, then, they brought Bravo up to speed on what happened and, with Russell or whatever. And, because Bravo was like, yeah, because I was like, what did I walk into? Like, what in the world is going on here? Like, I'm not sure what I walked into. And if this is, do I need to exit stage left or whatever? And Anthony starts talking about bringing, everybody just bringing it back together. He was like, yeah, I didn't understand, I didn't realize Russell was going to still be this mad, but this how that man feel. You got to respect how he feeling about it. So then Brandon starts accusing Anthony of swagger jacking, the same thing he said about Kobe. He was like, I mean, if you wanted to do the showcase on your own, why you just all you had to say. That's all you had to say. But now it seems like you just kind of swagger jacking. You want to prove to your wife that you doing something, that you can do something. And Anthony talking about something. Well, to be honest, I was just kind of questioning, Brandon's loyalty. I mean, he seems like he's being a little disloyal. Like, if you could treat your friend like this and then treat his wife like this, like, it just make me, question some things about your character. And again, I'm like, he made one little flippant comment about Kobe being a copycat, a Kobe cat, and we all the way here. We're all the way here. I just felt like it was a lot. I felt like Anthony was putting 20 on 10. I felt like Russell was putting 20 on 10. I felt like we was doing a lot. So then we get to the party, and Kobe knew something was going on. She didn't know all the details, but she walks into the surprise party. She was like, I absolutely hate surprises, but I can appreciate the effort that my man put in. It's my 30th birthday, and we definitely, it was a nice celebration. Of course, Christina and Brandon weren't there. So we see Kobe talking to Dr. Latanya. And we find out that Christina still has not talked to Kobe. And she was like, so she's not at the party? Why wouldn't she come to the party? Well, that's when Russell had to admit, okay, well, I didn't invite her. I told him not to come. I didn't want no drama, because it just, every time we have an event, it just seems like they bring the drama, and I just didn't want them. I can respect that, because every event they've had, the Brandon and Christina have had some sort of moment. So I could definitely understand that you didn't want your wife's party to be hijacked. I could respect the hell out of that, okay? But, Dr. Latanya was like, I don't understand, like, it seems to me that if that's your friend, like, I don't really appreciate how Christina is handling this. Like, that's your friend. You check on your friend, you work it out with your friend, you talk to your friend, and the fact that you've done none of that, it makes me question your friendship, like, how you really feel about this woman, While that's going on, I don't think this happened at the exact same time, but maybe it did. But while that's going on, Anthony meets with Brandon and Christina and basically lets them know that him and his wife feel some kind of way about the way things are going, and they feel some kind of way about how every time there's a situation there seems to be an issue with them, that they always bring in the drama. And Anthony lets them know, listen, to be honest with you, like, I don't think I can trust you. Like, I'm really questioning you and don't feel like I can trust you. And they're like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And that's when he explains about the way Christina handled it, the fact that he felt like she might have been sneaky about the whole deal. And, like, basically, if that's how you would treat your friend, like, you would treat me like that. Like, and, we really need to question, figure out if y'all gonna keep coming around and not bring the drama. Like, basically, he's chastising them about how they show up to these moments, right? And of course, Brandon and Christina ain't feeling it, because, they like, dog, I'm grown. Like, who you talking to? I'm a grown-ass man. I'm a grown-ass woman. Who you talking to? Which I can understand. I really could feel them coming like, who you talking to, bruh? But honestly, y'all, I'm serious. I don't mean no harm, and y'all got to put it in the comments. I really feel like we putting 20 on 10. Like, again, was Brandon trying to stir up? I feel like Brandon was putting things in Christina's head and trying to stir up some drama. But on the flip side, I really don't think it's that serious. The man said, "Oh well, I feel like your wife is copying off of my wife." Child, it wasn't that serious. Unless they edited the hell out of that scene, it just won't that serious. Like for you to be threatening to beat the man up and, "Oh, I don't trust you no more. I'm questioning this. I'm questioning that." I feel like it's a lot. I feel like they putting a lot. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't know. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.